Will the color guard please present the colors? Can we have, please, some silence so that we can hear our color guard during this momentous occasion? It is now my pleasure to introduce our senior class treasurer, Selena Castillo, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Selena.
Will everyone please stand? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Senior Class President Belay Craig will now bring us the welcome. Belay.
Good evening, classmates, staff, and friends that became more like family. Welcome. I welcome you to the celebration of graduation. While we reflect upon yesterday, appreciate today, and anticipate tomorrow, it's also important to recognize that for those who are giving much, much is expected. We can no longer be self-focused. We must strive to make the world a better place for those around us. If we can achieve that, it's not only yesterday, today, and tomorrow, but it's also forever. On behalf of the class of 2022, I would like to thank Ms. Kane, Ms. Sims, Ms. Taylor, and Ms. Campbell. As the years pass and the students change, you remain the constants here at East High School. I would also like to thank my parents, grandparents, friends, and family for the overwhelming support and guidance over the past 13 years. Thank you, and welcome.
Thank you, Belay. Greetings, Golden Bear Nation. My name is Deborah Campbell, and I am the proud leader of East High School. I would like to start off by thanking you, the families and friends of our scholars, for your partnership in their educational journey. I want to thank the staff at East High School. Staff, if you are present, please stand. Staff. Special recognition to our senior advisors, Tracy Kane, Rhonda Taylor, Lawana Sims, as well as Mr. Corey Zallo, school counselors Jacqueline Collins and Mrs. Scott. All of these individuals have had a part in this year's events and today's commencement exercises. However, I would be remiss if I did not thank my East High A team. Miss Henrietta Williams, our assistant principal. Dr. Sherry Cross, assistant principal. Our dean's student support specialists, Mr. Chevis Whipple and Mr. Mark Asen. Please stand, A-Team. Please stand. Thank you. They are true colleagues, and I appreciate them for what they do, not for me, but for our scholars. I want to thank the Youngstown City Board of Education, Central Office Administration, and CEO Jennings for allowing me this honor to serve as the principal of East. Last, but certainly not least, I thank the class of 2022. This class certainly has been through a lot of changes and adjustments in their 4 short years of high school. And I would like to say, although it's not on the program, this is the first in-person commencement in 3 years. So class of 2022, I need you to do something for me. Back in August of 2018, we introduced something to our school community. Some of you may love it, some of you may not, but I believe that all of you now understand what it truly means when we say and what it represents, pause up. Pause up mentality. What does that mean? That means we are telling the world that we are here at East High School and we are worth it. Graduates, you have taken that next step in your journey, and I could not be more proud. As you go out into the world, I want to remind you of our other mantra and what we have been working on this year. We have a choice each and every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for the rest of our lives. Life is 10% of what happens to us and 90% of how we react to it. Our attitude is everything. As you leave the bear's den of East High School, life will happen, and it will happen fast. It will not always be fair, but you, class of 2022, you have the equipment to face it all. Will you choose to allow life's harshness to define you, or will you choose to borrow from the lessons learned studying long nights, conversations, and interactions with mentors? For my scholar athletes, drawing on those long practice sessions and tough contests, will you choose to react positively and have the attitude of a champion? That's what Pause Up is all about. Success is a choice, and I believe that you have all the tools to be successful now. It's up to you to choose and take the next steps to be who you are and what you're destined to become. Congratulations on today's accomplishments, class of 2022. I wish you all the best and the desires of your heart for your future lives. One more time, do it for me. Pause up. Thank you. We will now have our senior class vice president, Victwan Nixon. Victwan is going to introduce our Board of Education president. Victwan.
At this time, we would like to call Board of Education President Ms. Tiffany Patterson to share her remarks and to introduce the members of the Board of Education who are present. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Tiffany Patterson, President of Youngstown City Board of Education. Welcome to East High School's 2022 graduation ceremony. Before I go any further, I'd like to introduce you to the other board members in attendance. Reverend Kenny Donaldson, Ms. Tina Svetkovic, Ms. Brenda Kimball, Ms. Juanita Walker, and Ms. Dawn Turnage. I am so happy that you are graduating, but just for the fact that we are finally here in person for the first time in 3 years. Today is a very special day, and it's your day for all your hard work that you put into this. Your lives will be forever changed for the better because of your appreciation for education. To all the family and friends of the graduates that we are honoring, thank you for being here. You should be proud of yourselves as well, because I know that your support can make all the difference in the world for our scholars. And to the faculty and staff with us today, thank you for everything that you do to help our scholars learn, grow, and graduate and achieve their dreams. This has been a very rough year. Scholars coming back to school full-time after a crazy year due to COVID. There were many unknowns, but you hung in there, and today you receive your reward. Allow me to share a quote with you that has always stuck with me. It was from Vince Lombardi, and it was told to my South High School English class. I said, South High. If y'all don't know nothing about South High, you might better ask your parents or your aunties or your uncles. It was the best high school in the city. I don't care. South High. But back to my quote. The dictionary is the only place that success comes before work. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, Madam President. It is now my privilege to introduce your salutatorian for the class of 2022, Liana Leeper.
Good afternoon, families, friends, and fellow graduates. We finally made it to the day we've all been waiting for, our graduation. First, I'd like to thank everyone on behalf of my class for attending this momentous occasion. Well, guys, we made it. We made it through 13 years of hard work, tests, drama, and life as teenagers, and our work did not go to waste. This is just one major stepping stone of the lives we all have ahead of us. I believe with as much hard work and dedication that we put into high school, we can all succeed with what we plan to do in the future. From sports to media, nursing, game design, to having your own businesses. Anything we want to do is there for the taking. When I think of our class, I think of a class of star athletes, JROTC cadets who have been listening to the military, college attendees who are on road, trade school attendees, and last but not least, entrepreneurs who plan on achieving success by owning their own businesses. I just want to say how proud I am of each and every one of you today. We may have had people tell us we couldn't make it because of where we live or the school we attended. We proved them wrong. We showed it didn't matter where we came from or the school we went to, but what was in our hearts and minds that was most important. I would deeply miss everyone and all the memories we've made, even if not on a personal level. In the words of Henry David Thoreau, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you imagine, and with that again, congratulations to East High graduating class of 2022.
Thank you, Liana. Now we'll have Mr. Joshua Colvin, the class of 2022 valedictorian.
Good evening, my fellow graduates. It's been an honor to have been with you on this venture. Tonight is a celebration of us all. Sometimes it's best to bask in the moment. I recommend doing so to each of my peers, and please celebrate yourself tonight. The past 4 years have been trying, yet memorable. Graduating is a milestone we reach together, despite all of these challenges that we have faced. There is far more left to accomplish. I have the utmost confidence that we, the graduating class of 2022, will be successful in whatever we choose to do. I see future doctors, lawyers, and politicians all throughout our class. But sincerely, all I wish is that you achieve happiness above all else. No matter what path you take, each of us have the potential. Now it's up to every one of us on where we go from here. I'd like to say thank you to my parents, siblings, and grandparents. You were instrumental in me getting here, and for that, I will always be in your debt. I would also like to thank Mr. Alexi and Mr. Zallo for all their help along the way. Congratulations, class of 2022. It's been a privilege to have been with you these past 4 years. I hope all you accomplish brings satisfaction. Until then, thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Joshua. We will now have our scholarship award presentation by school counselor or senior counselor, Mrs. Jackie Collins.
At this time, I would like to present our scholarship recipients. Scholars, if you would please stand and remain standing until everyone has been recognized. Audience, if you would be so kind as to please hold your applause until the end. Nayelis Arroyo Garcia, Y-Star Scholarship up to $6,000. Robert Artist, Harris Scholarship $4,000. Rosetta T. Harris, $1,250. First-time freshman tuition award, $1,000. Dr. Robert Taylor Anderson Memorial Scholarship, $1,000. Dr. Rose and A. Edge McCoy Scholarship, $3,500. Ayana Ashley, Y-Star, up to $4,000. DeMonte Blackshear, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Kewan Carter, $127,680. From the Army College Fund and Montgomery GI Bill. Selena Castillo, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Joshua Colvin, Rotary Scholarship, $1,000. Y-Star, $6,000. Belay Craig, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Devin German, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Elijah Gibson, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Kashawn Hall, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Sage Hallman, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Keyshawn Hewlett, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Robert Higgs, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Thomas Howard, Y-Star, up to $2,000. Delonte Kolaski, Hiram College Grant, $8,500. Liana Leeper, J.L. Francis Scholarship, $1,000. Merit Scholarship, Cleveland State, $10,000. Harris Scholarship, $4,000. Emily Maldonado Garcia, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Destiny Martinez, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Caden Mejia, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Nayeli Melendez, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Ariana Moses, $129,000 from the Army College Fund and Montgomery GI Bill. Ariana Beth Mueller Algia, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Victwan Nixon, J.L. Francis Scholarship, $1,000. Merit Scholarship, Cleveland State, $3,500. Junior Civic League, $1,500. Adams and Family Scholarship, $5,000. Harris Scholarship, $4,000. Christian Olds, Harris Scholarship, $4,000. Aisha Otero, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Sulimar Roman de Jesus, Y-Star, up to $4,000. Valeria Serrano Rosario, Y-Star, up to $4,000. Onisimo Vivar Vega, Y-Star, up to $6,000. $69,372 Army College Fund and Montgomery GI Bill. Michelle West, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Janiyah Williams, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Demetrius Wright, Y-Star, up to $6,000. Mario Wright, Hiram Athletic Scholarship, $5,500. The total amount of scholarships awarded to the East High class of 2022 is $531,302. Congratulations, East High. You may now sit. Ms. Campbell will come now for a special scholarship presentation.
Is Dr. Kevin Harris here? On behalf of Dr. Kevin Harris, Sr., founder and CEO of the Four Principles Foundation, he would like to present this evening, and I will accept that in his honor, a scholarship for 4 of our scholars in the amount of $4,000 apiece. Those scholars are Robert Artis, Victwan Nixon, Kristen Olds. Congratulations to those scholars and that award. We will now have Senior Class Secretary Thomas Howard, who will read our biography of our guest speaker. Thomas.
Judge Carla J. Baldwin is a lifelong resident of the Mahoning Valley. She presently serves as the administrative and presiding judge of Youngstown Municipal Court, where she presides over misdemeanor criminal cases and traffic cases. She also is proud to serve those who have served by presiding over the Veterans Treatment Court, which is a specialized docket certified by the Supreme Court of Ohio. Judge Baldwin also presides over the Drug Court, which is also a specialized docket. The judge received her Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science from Capital University, Columbus, Ohio. She obtained her Juris Doctorate degree from Western Michigan University, Thomas M. Cooley Law School in Lansing, Michigan, with a concentration in litigation. She has been a member of the Ohio Bar since 2008. She most recently worked as a full-time magistrate in Mahoning County Juvenile Court. Prior to this appointment, she worked for the Mahoning County Prosecutor's Office for 8 years, serving as an assistant county prosecutor in both the criminal and juvenile divisions. She presently serves as an adjunct instructor at Eastern Gateway Community College. She has served as an adjunct instructor in Criminal Justice and Forensic Sciences Department at Youngstown State University. Judge Baldwin presently serves on the boards of Inspiring Minds, Basement Ministries, Raymond John Wayne Foundation, Oakville Western Reserve, and the Butler Institute of American Art. She is a member of the Mahoning County Corrections Planning Board, Youngstown Warren Black Caucus, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Mahoning County Bar Association, Ohio State Bar Association, and the Greater Youngstown League of Women Voters. Please join us for welcoming our keynote speaker, Judge Carla J. Baldwin.
Thank you so much, Thomas, for that introduction. Congratulations, class of 2022. A special thank you to Ms. Henrietta Williams for reaching out and making the ask for me to come and be present with you tonight, and to the administration, who I know she represented on that call. I'm so happy to be here with all of you, and I'm still not quite believing I should be old enough to give a graduation speech, but accepting the fact that it was on June 3rd, 1999 that I graduated from my own high school. A lot has happened in 23 years. Before I begin, I want to say congratulations to the parents and family members who I know some of you feel you have a right to walk across this stage with your student because of all the work you put in over the years. So I say congratulations to you. And to the auntie I saw in the audience who said, proud auntie, I know that's right. Okay, I saw you, I saw you, I saw you. And I would be remiss. Kudos and greetings to everybody on the platform, but I would not be here if it were not for my own amazing mother. So I have to salute my mom, my personal hero, Joyce Baldwin. Thank you for always being my cheerleader. Now, class of 2022, I'm gonna try to keep this brief. I hope I say something that makes an impact. Because when I graduated, guess what? I thought I knew everything. You know, while I say I love my mother and I always have, I didn't really think she knew everything that she thought she knew. So it took a little while for me to understand she really did know what she was talking about. And so I now have a personal belief that you aren't really grown until all the bills come to your house with your name on it. So I'm proud of you for getting to this point, but I never want you to forget that you're here because of the hard work and sacrifice of the people who are in this room and the people who have gone on before us. Now, I want to remind you that when I graduated in 1999, there were no such thing as text messages. There were no apps. There was no Facebook. There was no Snapchat. There was no Vine. There was no YouTube. People barely had internet, and if you did, it was AOL. And if you were on the internet, nobody could call your house because it would say the line was busy. And that's okay. I'm good with being old, and I'm grateful I made it, and I salute you all because you not only have survived life growing up with access to technology and information, but you pushed through COVID. And that is something that was not an easy feat. That means you had to stay focused, you had to stay determined. At some point, you had to listen to your teachers and say, okay, if I'm gonna get out of here, I'm gonna have to listen to you. So I salute you. Now, before we have you walk across the stage and send you out into adulthood, I want to tell you a few things. When I started college in 1999, my president of the university, he addressed our freshman class at orientation. And he said, I hope you have the time of your life. And I have. But there have been a lot of mistakes I've made, a lot of losses I've experienced. There have clearly been some great times, some great successes, additions to family, and I learned a lot of lessons. So when you're old and you talk to your old friends like my husband and I were last week, and our discussion at dinner time turned to who was the better rapper? Was it Biggie or was it Pac? So this is how we resolved the discussion by the time we finished our ice cream. We agreed that Biggie was an exceptional lyricist. No debate about that, but Pac was just a bigger figure. His space was bigger than rap. It was bigger than that. He had a message. So there's some things I'm gonna tell you, but you think, oh, you're a judge, you don't get it, you don't get real life. So if you won't take it from me, I'm gonna leave you a couple words from my fave, which was Pac. Okay, so we're gonna say this, we're gonna hope you take some of it to heart, and then we're gonna send you on into adulthood. Number one, you don't have to figure it all out right now. I know many of you are like, yeah, I'm going to college, or I'm going to serve our country, or I'm going to trade school, or I'm just going to go get a job and be a productive member of society. Whatever you choose, that's fine. You don't have to figure it all out now, because life is going to happen as your principal said. You just got to keep on moving. And Pac said it this way: always do your best. Don't let the pressure make you panic. Remember, you have survived COVID. Remember, you have survived life. You have survived the ups and downs to get you to this point. So when it gets hot, and baby, believe me, it will, remember you were built for this. Don't panic. Handle your business. Find someone you trust to talk to. I'm going to say this again. Find someone you trust to talk to, because life does get hard. I know you got tired of your teachers and your deans and your principals making sure you got to class and making sure you got forms in. When you get to college, they don't care like that. They're not designed to. So make sure you find someone you trust who you can talk to. And I'll tell you what was a big deal, what got your emotions on fire, upset, and out of control in high school, trust me, in 20 years, it really won't matter. I promise. I know some moments, some days, it seemed like the world was going to end. If she didn't like you, he didn't like you. In 20 years, I promise you, you will not care. And as Pac said it, pay no mind to those who talk behind your back. It simply means that you are 2 steps ahead. One of my favorite things I've learned and heard over the years is that you should not be the smartest person in your circle. I'm gonna say this again, you should not be the smartest person in your circle. You are still becoming. You will continue to grow, evolve, and eventually realize your purpose. Never forget, class of 2022, that you are here on purpose, with purpose, to fulfill a purpose, and never let anyone stop you. Be kind. Right, it's something we forget nowadays. Politicians forget it, adults forget it, but do not forget to be kind. It costs you nothing to be kind because it's true. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you have done, but they will never, ever, ever forget how you made them feel. Say please and thank you. And again, don't forget to be kind. And it is my hope that this statement from Pac will be true about my life. I'm not saying I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. Why do I take time to do things like this? Because I hope to spark a brain that has the potential to change the world. See, Youngstown and everything born in Youngstown, connected to Youngstown. Sometimes we get a bad rap, like no good thing can come out of Youngstown, but we all are here as living proof that good things do come out of Youngstown, Ohio. And as Tupac said, the seed must grow regardless of the fact that it's planted in stone. Long live the rose that grew from concrete when no one else even cared. So when people didn't think you could make it, when people didn't think that you were good enough, when people didn't think that East High could show up and represent and have a successful graduating class, you all are our roses that grew out of COVID, that grew out of trauma, that grew out of pain, that grew out of joy, that grew out of wonderful families, that grew out of an amazing community. Class of 2022, never forget that while you will always be a bear and while your piles will always be up, you will always be our roses. Ladies and gentlemen, you have done a great thing. Parents, family, and friends, thank you for investing and pouring in your kids at sometimes when you probably did not like them always, okay? Thank you for doing that. Class of 22, I am so proud of you. We, the city of Youngstown, salute you, and I hope you have the time of your life. Thank you.
Once again, may we give Judge Baldwin a round of applause for those meaningful and powerful words. Thank you. Dr. Harris, you ready? Dr. Harris is going to present the 4 scholarship awards that I mentioned earlier in the program. Dr. Kevin Harris, Jr., going to let you do this.
Good evening, scholars and family, Madam Judge, CEO Jennings, school board members. My name is Dr. Kevin Harris, 1989 graduate of Woodrow Wilson High School. I am back here primarily because my mother, who died of cancer last year, challenged me when she first found out she had cancer to come back home and start doing more for your community. Kevin, I'm proud of you. I always knew you would do well, but you're doing too much everywhere else. You've been able to successfully help other cities raise millions of dollars and send thousands of kids to college. You need to come back home. And that was my mother's charge before she passed away. I started a foundation called the Four Principles Foundation, and we got to work immediately. Thanks to the sponsors, to the organizations, to our events that we put on to raise funds, I am proud to say that we're here to present 4 scholars from Youngstown East High School to represent the Four Principles Foundation Scholarship Award. The 4 principles are: one that's resilient, one who demonstrates ingenuity, scholarship, and excellence. So at this particular time, we will present Christian Oates. Turn them all around, turn them all around. You all can turn them around. Victoria Nixon, Robert Artis, and Leanne Leeper. Ms. Campbell and the staff, I just thank you for this opportunity to be able to give back to my hometown, which I truly love. And Mr. Jennings, thank you for asking me to get involved on a deeper level. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. Now let this sink in. Over $500,000 in scholarship funds were awarded tonight. Don't say that we're not ready. Over $500,000. So now, we've reached what we've all been waiting for. The diploma ceremony signifies the completion of a student's high school career. There is no greater recognition of a scholar's achievements than a high school graduation. You may have kindergarten promotion, you may have 8th grade promotion, but there is but one high school graduation, and today it is here. Tonight, we are here to celebrate a pinnacle in the lives of these young people. I fully realize, families, friends, how eager you are to celebrate those when they get their diplomas. I won't prolong that process. However, I want to remind you and all in attendance that this is a celebration, but it is a serious, memorable, and dignified time. That is why we need your help. Each and every one of these scholars need to hear their names. Their families need to hear their names. For some of these scholars here, they are the first in their families to graduate from high school, and we recognize and celebrate that. Please, as each scholar's name is announced, I would ask that you hold your yelling, your screaming, and wait until all and each and every scholar has received his or her diploma. Don't worry, we'll give you time. We'll give you time. We understand. CEO Jennings, Madam President Patterson, members of the Board of Education, I, Deborah Campbell, principal of East High School, certify that all these students have completed all requirements as required by the state of Ohio and the Youngstown City Schools. Students, you have successfully completed this part of your journey and will become part of the East High alumni as graduates. At this time, you ready? All right. At this time, I will call Ms. Tracy Kane, Senior Class Advisor, Ms. Tiffany Patterson, Board of Education members, and CEO Jennings to be prepared. Take your position as we award the presentation of diplomas.
Would the National Honor Society and National Technical Honor Society please stand? Craig. Victoire Nixon. Thomas Howard. Selena Castillo. Joshua Coven. Leanna Leeper. Aisha Otero. Alvante Baker. Ariana Moses. Kaden Mejia. Robert Artis. Onisimo Vivar Vega. Andrea Williams. Sharice Wilson Simmons. Michael Peace Jr. Jarrell Keaton. Ariana's Beth Mueller Algia. Sage Harmon. Geneva Carter. Braylon Anderson. Nayeliz Aurora Garcia. Ayana Ashley. David Belton Jr. Nathaniel Berry. DeMonte Blackshear. Kaylee Bowling. Kewan Carter. Eric Carver Jr. Dakota Clark. Victor Cruz. Adriana Cunningham. Michael Dacko. Adrian Diaz Padre. Gabrielle Doxson. Dalen Douglas. Diamond Fletcher. Omar Frazier. Devin German. Alexis Gibbs. Elijah Gibson. Jason Green, Jr. Terrence Green, Jr. Zion Griffin. Angie Gutierrez Reyes. Keyshawn Hall. Frank Harris Jr. Alexandra Hernandez Castillo. Zuli Hernandez Guzman. Keyshawn Hewlett. Marcus Higgins. Robert Higgs II. James Hoffman. Taran Ivy. Isaiah Johnson. Delonte Kalaski. Shania Latif. Emily Maldonado Garcia. Destiny Martinez. Nayeli Melendez. Tishambi Miller Jr. Jason Mitchell. Chase Monroe. Kristen Oates. Yasniel Pagan Santos. Rigoberto Pace. Joseph Pesa. Justin Pesa. Clemel Pinker. Dalen Reynolds. Anne Marie Rios Cotto. Selimar Roman De Jesus. Edgar Romero. Yesha Santos Cabrera. Valeria Serrano Rosario. Elise Smith. Cameron Spale. Jaden Starnes. Adriana Tubbs. Naraya Walker. Michelle West. Angel White. Tony Wilkie. Cameron Williams. Imariana Williams. Janaya Williams. Demetrius Wright. Mario Wright.
by the authority given to me as the principal of East High School and the state of Ohio and the Youngstown City School District Board of Education, I now pronounce the class of 2022 as graduates. And ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the class of 2022. Craig, we're not done yet. It is exciting. It certainly is. Miss Valet Craig, she's going to give our senior farewell speech as the senior class president of 2022. Valet.
Good evening, family, friends, and fellow classmates. We are now entering another phase and journey of our lives. As I reminisce about our 4 years at East High School, I must say it has truly been a long journey. Kind of like being on the track team, which was a journey for me. We can honestly say it has been long and exhausting, like a 400-meter dash. Many of us have been through more than you could imagine, from dealing with COVID, losing loved ones, to maybe even losing ourselves. But we must not dwell on just our hardships, because we have to appreciate each and every part of the journey. With problems to solve, lessons to learn, but most importantly, problems to solve. But despite every hurdle, we made it through the finish line. As I compare our high school experience to a 400-meter dash, I can easily divide each year to 100-meter dashes. Freshman year, being so scared to start a race, we weren't sure we were ready until we heard the fire pistol gunfire. Our sophomore year was the year we were learning to maintain and stay in the race. We had to just keep the same pace. In our junior year, we had some curves, but we hit those hard. And last but could never be least, senior year, the smooth finisher. We had our ups and downs, but we made it over the finish line. Now that we have completed the race, we are embarking on a new journey, one that may be a little scary, but I know that we are up for the challenge. In the words of Martin Luther King Jr., if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep moving. And by all means, class of 2022, learn to trust the journey even when you do not understand it. Thank you. The Motor Boat ceremony symbolizes an individual's movement from graduation to graduate. At this time, will all graduates move your tassel from the right side to the left, which signifies that the competition of your high school journey. You are now moving into a new chapter of your life that you're ready for. Congratulations to the class of 2022. We are now East High alumni.
Not yet. Not yet. We're not done yet. Now, you don't have to hear me say, "Where do you belong?" Get out of the hall, take off your hat, no bellies, get to class, do you have a pass? None of that anymore. But indulge me just a few more minutes. Mr. Braylon Anderson, please come to the stage and lead your class in the singing of the Alma Mater. Braylon.
Will everyone please stand for the Alma Mater?
First of all, congratulations to East High, class of 2022. But before we celebrate you, I would be remiss. If there's any veteran, if I can have your attention, please. If there's any veteran or any of our scholar graduates who are going to the military, could you please stand and be honored at this time? Thank you for your service, and thank you for those who are committed to that service. I'm going to be very, very brief. There's a saying that I say at every graduation, and I want to keep that tradition. And I think that this class of 2022, you've exemplified that saying. And it says the difference between a stepping stone and a stumbling block is the way you use it. You've gone through COVID. You've gone through, which was a national pandemic. You've gone through school shootings, and recently you've gone through a death of a scholar, a classmate. And that's something that's tough for each and every person in here. But my charge to you is be the change in the world that we need. A couple of days ago, I got off an airplane, and I'm sorry, I have a speech, but I'm gonna just do this real quick. I got off an airplane, and someone was taking their bag down, and the person was trying to help somebody else, and it accidentally hit somebody else. Well, the person who was in front, this lady was basically cussing out the lady who was in front because she got hit. While she was talking about somebody, she hit somebody else. And I just looked at her and I said, you know what? We gotta learn to be more kind to each other. And if you think about that phrase, and you think about the time that we're in, it's where we need to be. Love is not black and white. Love is not Democratic or Republican. Love is something that comes from your heart. It comes from caring. In class of 2022, we need you to be examples of that love for the rest of your life. Always walk around and be a proud East alumni, but also be a proud graduate of Youngstown City Schools. We've done our best to prepare you, and know one thing. If nobody ever tells you this, I'm gonna tell you this: I love you. All right, I appreciate you. So, I guess since I'm the last one that's giving out money. So on behalf of the Morning Glory Foundation, and my family, the Jennings Family Trust, I want to present this. I won't tell you how much money it is, but I'll give it to him. I want to present this money to Mr. Mario. Right, Mario, can you come up real quick? So totally, while he's walking up here, totally by happenstance, I happen to come and speak to a group, and Mario and I engaged afterwards, and he just put some words on my heart, and it touched me, so I want to make sure that we honored him today. So. Thank you very much.
Families and friends, thank you for coming. Will you please remain seated until we have completed exiting the auditorium? Thank you again, and once again, it's been my honor and privilege to serve you as your principal. Thanks again to CEO Jennings, Madam President Patterson, Judge Baldwin, who provided us with those dynamic and inspiring words, as well as other members of the Board of Education and staff. Thank you.